Okay, so you're trying to escape champ, but you don't know what you could be doing wrong besides getting angry at your teammates who are just trying to play the game and missing the ball. Kind of like my diamond guide I made previously. This one will list different tips instead of just building mechanics. We will be going over different situational plays that you can do to relieve pressure from your side of the field or add pressure to the opponents. Now, let's get right into the video. First things first is going to be to take control when you have the ball. This is when you slam the ball into the corner or a wall, hoping that it goes to your teammate, even though most of the time they aren't even there, and you end up just passing it to the opponents, which they can take advantage of the 1v2 situation that you put your teammate in, and instead you might even be getting scored on. One of the most important parts in 2v2 is having the most 2v1 situations instead of 1v2 situations, so that you are the ones taking advantage of your opponent's overcommit and getting a goal out of it since there's only one defender left. And instead of just slamming it off the corner or wall, hoping that goes to your teammate, try keeping the ball close and taking control and finding a way to outplay the opponents. And if it's just an unscorable situation, then take the ball back and do another play. The only time it really is safe to slam the ball into the wall or corner is when the opponents are not really near the play and your teammate is ready, which you can tell by using your camera or by communications. When you're in communications with your teammates, they can tell you where the opponents are on the field and where they are in the field. They can tell you if it's safe to do that play, or they can tell you that it's dangerous. But in solo queue, I wouldn't really try to do this unless you and your teammate are confident enough and the opponents are not really doing anything. Now we're on to low 50s. Low 50s are an easy thing to do, but requires attention to the opponents and reaction speed. For this, you would have to have the ball on top of your card, aka dribbling, and once you see the opponent close enough and challenging, just drop the ball. Sometimes you'll have to do a small jump if they are challenging low enough, but most of the time they're challenging high in case of a flick. If they are challenging for a flick, it is much easier to get a 50 past them. There isn't really much to say about this except it is an easy way to get past an opponent without even using any boost. This is easy to add to your gameplay, so I recommend you start doing this now. Last thing I want to go over in this video is self-wall passes. This isn't really something any content creators or tutorials tell you, but I will explain it in a pretty basic way. First, you want to have the ball near a wall, much easier when bouncing, and either flip towards the wall or double jump, popping the ball up and landing on the wall. Then you can get another touch, but this time you're higher and have a much easier angle to get across the field to a teammate, backboard, or on net. There are obviously more ways to do this, but as a champ, you should now stick to the basics. Oh wait, there's one more thing I want to go over actually, and it's pretty important. This has been said plenty of times, but this is something you actually need to do if you want to improve fast. You probably heard of this at least 100 times, but I can't stress enough how important this is. The final piece of advice I want to give you in this video is to play 1v1s. I know this mode can be really frustrating, but if you're serious about getting better at the game, then play it. It gives you the most time on the ball out of any mode, and by taking your time learning it, you can figure out different ways to outplay your opponent and be creative. Since it's just you and your opponent, you can't really be mad at anyone except yourself. I'm going to explain a lot since this is the whole game mode and not just some advice. In 1v1s, just try to have fun and be creative with your shots and how you defend. Although most of you guys may be 2v2 mains, 1v1s will help a ton with 2v2 since 2v2 has many situations that involve 1v1 plays. If you get really good at 1v1s, then you can easily rank up and be the carry of your team in 2v2s. If you are a 3v3 main, then this still applies since you will have the mechanics to handle everything you need to do in both 2v2s and 3v3s. Although 3v3s might be more of a positioning game mode, 1v1s can be more of a mechanical game mode, and you could say 2v2s is in the middle. If you are lacking in mechanics, then try 1v1s in either casual, ranked, or with friends in a low pressure environment. If you do decide to play ones, try not to care about losing and try not to care about your rank, since you'll become more mechanical over time and know your situations, so that getting your rank back will be much easier and you'll be able to get even higher. If you do care about your rank, then you'll see yourself playing less matches and your awareness will fall down from what you gain from playing. This not caring about your rank thing still applies to any other playlist also. Hopefully that convinced you to play some ones. Even though I did say this is supposed to be like a situational type of stuff, some of these do seem like mechanics, but they really help situational wise. They're really useful when you're trying to get pressure on the other team. We'll release another part on this where I give even more situational tips, but today I just ran out of time and the video's already been delayed by 3 weeks, so I'll see you later.